Greetings, everyone. This is Peter Duveen. Today, we're going to go over how to make a cup of coffee. I just finished making an unusually tasty cup of coffee, and so I'm going to try and duplicate my efforts here for the benefit of all my viewers. So let's begin. Okay, I'm going to be using this camping stove. I would caution you against using a camping stove indoors unless you only intend to use it for a few minutes. You should also have a carbon dioxide detector. We usually have one, but because this isn't going to take too long, I'm not going to worry too much about it. We have one somewhere in the house, which we do use to monitor the carbon dioxide levels. I'm sorry, not carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide levels. But if this is used for just a short time, such as to boil a small quantity of water, there shouldn't be much danger, in my opinion. Here we're filling a pot with a small quantity of tap water. I'm using tap water because distilled water is rather expensive. Tap water is sufficient in this case, I believe. Okay, now we are going to try to light the stove, which sometimes can be problematic. Let's see if we can do this. Sometimes I need to. Looks like it's doing okay. Not great. We have to pump it up a little bit with additional pressure. Get some pressure in there. There we go. And as this pressure is placed within the camping stove, it usually starts to burn a little bit better and not be quite as crazy as it looks right now. The pressure definitely changes the nature of the flame. Well, if that doesn't work, I sometimes turn it down a bit to a certain particular level there that seems to burn evenly. These stoves are a little bit quixotic. They don't always do exactly what you tell them to. Okay, step 3 is using this fantastic little coffee filter holder, which I've had for like years and years. And I'd like to just say a word on behalf of plastic. It's just amazing that this thing has lasted for so long with practically zero deterioration. It did melt at one point when I got it too close to a fire, but otherwise it is an extremely excellent device. Okay, we use a paper towel, a piece of a paper towel like this, but I'm going to fold it in half and crease it and use that crease to split this paper towel in half. And I'm going to take this paper towel, I'm going to fold it in half like so. I'm going to kind of bend the sides over like so, and then I'm going to place it in my coffee holder. I then take this coffee, this is chock full of nuts. There are many different coffees. I just want to say that I am not on the board of directors of the company that makes this coffee, and I'm not on the board of directors of the supermarket that sells it. So I'm not doing an advertisement for this coffee, just using it as an example. We take the top off And it is very important to put the right amount of coffee in. The amount of coffee should not be so much that it makes the coffee too strong and bitter, but it should not be so little that the coffee is actually watery. I'm going to try this. Looks like about right. Bingo. And now already in just a moment, it looks like the water will be boiled. Okay, it looks to me like the water has been boiled hot enough, so I'm going to take it over and put just a wee bit in and let that pour through. Paper towels have very good drainage. You don't have to wait a million years for the water to go through, whereas coffee filters tend to be much slower in terms of letting the hot water flow through the coffee beans. So I like to use paper towels. So we're actually pouring this through here, and let's see how things go. Okay, let's look at this, see what's happening. This is not something you want to rush. You don't want to pour your water up to the very top. Just pour it to the amount that covers the coffee grounds and let it sort of saturate through that water and pour through. Don't try and do it too quickly. Don't try and fill it up to the top of the filter. You might end up getting a not so good cup of coffee. My apparatus has gone a little bit nutsoid here, so I turned the camp stove off. But we're almost finished here, so we will now see where we're going with this. Just a little bit more, and we're done. And I'll show you what the coffee looks like here. There we go. See that? Okay. Now, let that drain through a little bit. And I will use Battenkill Creamery Cream. Battenkill is a local dairy here, a very successful venture that has supplied us with dairy products for about 10 years, maybe more. Really well run, and it is not too far away, so we can pick the cream up ourselves. It is also selling its products for reasonable prices. So now we take this cream, pour it in. You may feel that cream is an extremely decadent way to make a cup of coffee. It's all about your preference. So now the key is as follows. Here's some high-end vanilla extract, and I'm going to just put a little bit in the cap there and pour it in here so you get a little flavor, but not too much. And then we're going to use this 100% maple syrup from Maple Grove Farms, wherever that is, something I picked up at the grocery store. I find it to be okay. I'll just pour a little bit in there. You don't want to pour too much in because you don't want the sweetness to overwhelm the flavor in the coffee. There is the proper balance between your sweetener and the coffee. There's the exactly right place point at which the two balance each other. After that, it's too sweet. Before that, it's not sweet enough. So, I will taste it. Just a tiny bit more of this, maybe. And that's it. Okay. So, do we have a good cup of coffee here? Notice that I'm using the back of the spoon to stir it so that the spoon itself does not absorb a lot of the heat in the coffee. Here we go. It's okay. Nothing special, nothing to write home about, but good enough. So thank you for watching today.